Afternoon. This keynote will explore the future of Hawaii's coral reefs. It covers 4 key areas: the ecosystem, nature and location, current natural-human threats, management strategy for protection, and the future outlook. Hawaii's coral reefs make up about 85% of the U.S. coral reefs and span over 2,000 kilometers. Hawaii has roughly 410,000 acres of coral reefs, with a large portion located in the northwestern Hawaiian Islands. The elevation of the coral reefs in Hawaii, including mesophotic reefs, can be found at depths ranging from 30 to 130 meters, or 96 to 426 feet. The coral reefs also shelter over 700 species of fish, 400 species of algae, and over 2,000 species of invertebrates, as well as endemic species such as the Hawaiian plate coral, as shown in image 1. Over 25% of all marine life is endemic to Hawaii, and scientists are finding new species regularly, according to results following an analysis done on deep-sea reefs in Hawaiian island fish habitats in image 3. The National Center for Environmental Information break the corals and sponges in the deep-sea coral dataset into 18 categories. By examining the pie chart, one can observe that the Gorgonian coral is the most prevalent among the categories, accounting for 32% of all documented deep-sea corals and sponges. The coral reefs in Hawaii are roughly located between 23 degrees and 28 degrees north latitude and 155 and 178 degrees west longitude. Coral reefs in Hawaii provide economic value by supporting fisheries and tourism. In 2014, the commercial fishery harvest value for coral reef species was over $3.2 million. On a global scale, climate change impacts such as ocean acidification further threaten coral biodiversity. Human stresses on the coral reefs in Hawaii include tourism and physical destruction of corals. Greg Asner, director of the ASU Center for Global Discovery, clarifies that with global warming heating oceans around the world, having so many visitors at once is a serious concern for the health of coral reefs, which are known to be very sensitive to changes in temperature. Asner elaborates, it is not only the chemicals tourists put into their bodies that are causing harm, it's also the chemicals that they are putting onto their bodies. In a scientific study published by the Environmental Health Perspectives, as shown in the image provided, it was found that chemicals in sunscreen can cause abrupt and complete bleaching of hard corals, even at extremely low concentrations. According to that study, scientists at the Polytech University of the Marche region in Ancona, Italy, estimate that approximately 10% of the world's coral reefs are potentially threatened by sunscreen that washes off swimmers in reef waters. This study suggests that as tourism continues to increase in tropical reef areas in Hawaii, the impacts of sunscreens on coral bleaching could rise significantly in the future. One of the major human-induced environmental stresses on Hawaii's coral reef ecosystem is ocean acidification. This process occurs when excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere dissolves in seawater, causing the ocean's pH or potential for hydrogen to drop. This makes it more difficult for corals, planktons, and other creatures to produce a mineral called calcium carbonate, which is the main ingredient in their hard skeletons or shells. Scientific data from the Hawaii Ocean Time Series Station shows a clear pattern of rising CO2 levels and decreasing pH over the last 3 decades. Since 1988, the amount of carbon dioxide in ocean water has increased significantly, leading to an immeasurable decline in pH. This means that the ocean is becoming more acidic, which poses serious threats to specialized coral reefs, which rely on specific temperature ranges of 23 degrees Celsius and 29 degrees Celsius. The State of Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources, DONR, and the Division of Aquatic Resources, DAR, is the primary agency responsible for coordinating Hawaii's reefs management efforts in the main Hawaiian Islands, particularly in regulating the effects of tourism. The key management goals of the DONR and DAR are coral reefs undamaged by pollution, invasive species, marine construction, and marine debris, productive and sustainable coral reef fisheries and habitat, coral reefs resilient to climate change, invasive species, and marine debris, increased public stewardship of coral reef ecosystems, strict regulations enforced by the DONR, such as the HA, or Hawaii Administrative Rules, to protect the ecosystem of coral reefs in Hawaii. An example of the HA is the HA Code 139570. It states that it is unlawful for any person to damage any stony coral by any intentional or negligent activity causing the introduction of sediment, biological contaminants, or pollution into state waters. These strict regulations ensure coral reefs and biodiversity is maintained and unaffected by broader human disturbance, particularly from tourism. The State of Hawaii Ocean Acidification Action Plan was developed by the Department of Land and Natural Resources and the Division of Aquatic Resources. One of the goals of the State of Hawaii Ocean Acidification Plan includes reduce carbon dioxide emissions and land-based sources of pollution, which relates to SDG Goal 13. Objective 1. Support mitigation on national and global levels. The actions implemented includes support national policies that reduce anthropogenic carbon emissions and greenhouse gas emissions and switches to cleaner energy. Also, integrate ocean into climate commitments, policies, and multi-governmental frameworks such as natural working lands and 30 by 30 management plans. In addition, the Hawaii Coral Reef Strategy 2030 interconnects with ongoing management plans as well, such as Hawaii's community-based fishing areas and the 30 by 30 management plan. The Department of Aquatic Resources' commitment to effectively manage 30% of inshore waters by 2030. In relation to the Hawaii Coral Reef Strategy 2030, it emphasizes sustainable use as a key pillar of marine conservation. The strategy promotes responsible or pono fishing practices that allow fish populations to recover while still supporting local livelihoods. Through monitoring and engagement, fishers play an active role in collecting data and shaping policies that lead to better fishery management. At the same time, sustainable use goes beyond fishing. The strategy also focuses on managing tourism and recreational activities which can have a significant impact on coral reefs. Increased research and monitoring of activities like scuba diving and snorkeling help develop best practices for visitors and businesses to reduce reef damage. Through a combination of education, research, and policy improvements, Hawaii aims to ensure that its coral reef ecosystems remain productive, resilient, and available for future generations, ensuring intergenerational equity. The future of Hawaii's coral reefs depends on both the challenges they face and the efforts being made to protect them. Scientists predict that rising temperatures, coral bleaching, and ocean acidification will continue to put immense pressure on reef ecosystem. If no action is taken, we could see severe coral loss by 2055. However, conservation strategies like the Hawaii Coral Reef Strategy 2030 and agency policies like the HAR from DONR and DAR are working to reverse this trend. These efforts focus on restoring coral populations, improving water quality, and increasing sustainable marine management.